Here's what we have. Wind alerts up, a winter storm warning along the coast. You guys see that. We also have the wind advisories. So the wind warning there for the areas in purple, Northampton. This includes Poquoson and Hampton, as well as Virginia Beach, Norfolk, and Portsmouth. Chesapeake is under wind advisory. Suffolk and Isle of Wight as you head farther up the peninsula, York and Newport News, and then areas northern neck, middle peninsula, wind advisories. But it's this area down through the Outer Banks where we've seen some gusts in excess of 45 miles per hour, up to 50 or even 60 miles per hour earlier at Duck Pier. More recently, we had a gust to 41 at the airport, 43 at Oceana, and 53 down at Duck. We've heard from Layla. We keep hearing her reports from down along the Outer Banks, how windy it is. Jeremiah's been talking about winds down in Elizabeth City, a 41 mile per hour gust there. Now, as we take a look at the coastal flood alerts, we do have the coastal flood warning for Northampton, also Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, and Norfolk. The peninsula, and then Isle of Wight and Suffolk, these areas are under a coastal flood advisory. And I do want to mention York is not in danger of tidal flooding. The winds are coming in a direction that it's not really impacting Yorktown that much. But I will say minor tidal flooding will happen at Sewell's Point with the level around 5 feet. It looks like moderate tidal flooding. That's the potential at the Lynn Haven, 5.3. Remember, we were looking at major tidal flooding yesterday. So these numbers have come down. At East Beach, at the marina there at Little Creek Inlet, also moderate tidal flooding with a level of about 5.3 feet expected there as well. So no problems in Yorktown, down at Duck Pier. And again, we've been hearing Layla down at the Outer Banks talking about how high the water was coming. Major tidal flooding with that high tide. And it looks like we are about 29 minutes, almost 30 minutes away from the high tide at Duck Pier. After that, things will be improving. But we will be watching for the potential major tidal flooding. And I can tell you, NCDOT was concerned with some overwash potential down there along the Outer Banks. We're going to be watching this. One of the things Eugene and I were talking about on our live Impact News broadcast yesterday, there is a situation where you have these water levels up, even areas that just suffer kind of minor tidal flooding. As that water recedes, and it will after this one high tide, it's going to go back down. But that's going to leave a lot of surfaces wet. Just from the warm water, relatively speaking, of the bay and the ocean, it comes up. Then when it recedes with the tide going back out, those wet surfaces are going to be dealing with temperatures well below freezing. So I suspect ice in some of those areas that flood will linger well beyond that highest tide. Stay mindful of that. Our feels like temperatures right now, single digits. We really haven't gone negative yet, but we could see a few areas going sub-zero with those feels like temperatures this morning. You can see the Carnival Cruise Line here riding out this storm in port in Norfolk. Right now at the airport, we are looking at 21 degrees, north-northwest winds at 23 miles per hour. All right, we do still have some light snow out there, but it's really winding down. There is still some moderate snow, southern Outer Banks especially. As we take a look at the futurecast, you're going to find that snow moving away, and as we get into the afternoon, some gradual clearing. So we do have that to look forward to. Temperatures staying cold, though, for the long haul today and tomorrow. We will eventually, with more sunshine, start to warm up tomorrow, back up into the 30s, and it does get a little warmer after that. Today's high only in the mid to upper 20s. We do have the weather impact alert through 10 o'clock with the coastal flood advisories and warnings out. We have increasing sunshine later today. Tonight's low near 19, mostly clear, and tomorrow 37. Here's the rest of the 7-day forecast. Our temperatures will top out near 43 on Tuesday. That's going to feel like summer in Hampton Roads after all the cold weather we've been enduring. 41 on Wednesday. Slight chance for some isolated wet weather late. Should be rain, but we might see a little mix on the tail end. Marta, I'm going to go finish up your cheesy hash brown hot dish. Is that right?
Yeah.